What's up, y'all? A&J back with y'all again, and I'm not even gonna go into the thing. We got some breaking news, or at least fairly breaking. It's not as fresh anymore, but of course, Kevin Durant has been traded to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and the number 10 overall pick for the 2025 NBA draft. And man, I gotta say, this is actually huge on so many different levels. And if nothing else, this is intriguing because I feel like this is just the beginning for both sides, you know. There are definitely some moves that are going to be made one way or another. I got to imagine in the case of one Bradley Bill at some point, even if it isn't anytime right away or say we get to about the trade deadline, you know, I don't see a scenario where he stays long term in Phoenix. It just there's no scenario where that's the case at all, especially if you're bringing in a kid like Jalen Green here. I mean, you could have him come off the bench, but will he be satisfied with doing that? I mean, I suppose at the point of his career that he's at right now, probably doesn't have that much of a choice, especially if he wants to stay in Phoenix. I mean, I don't know how he avoids coming off the bench, but nonetheless, and just as wild as that, another reason he could have been good to waive the no trade clause is because that would have actually been opportunity for Phoenix to find their way into getting a little bit more out of this deal for all we know. I mean, maybe they come through with an additional pick, probably one for next season. I mean, it's just a lot of these things that had to have been taken into consideration, but at the end of the day, it just didn't work out as such. More to the point, you got to look at what this means for both sides. Of course, now with Durant coming to Houston, you actually let go of your one. Well, I don't know if he's necessarily a two guard. He's got the two guard size. Now you got to get that figured out. I'm not sure if they're planning to have Amen Thompson play that role or not. I mean, I figured he was more of a three, but I mean, he certainly has the skills of a two guard, so maybe that works out. But surely you're going to wind up having to get depth around him for that specific position, especially when going against the Suns in this specific scenario. And for this reason alone with this trade. And yeah, like there has to be more coming from both sides. I don't see a scenario where it isn't. And not only that, there's just a matter of the draft coming. Not, hey, you know, that we're forgetting about the fact that Game 7 is literally hours away, within about 5, 6, 7 hours from now. And this is going down, or at least it's announced in principle. Of course, none of this really becomes official until the new league year, which I believe is sometime a week or so after the draft. So either Wednesday or Thursday of next week, I'm thinking. Either way, this is what we got to look forward to, especially going into the 2025-2026 season. And I can't deny, I certainly have nothing against this. I think that it's, again, going to add an awful lot of intrigue. You definitely want to watch a lot of what both sides do a lot more closely. I don't know what their summer league situation looks like on either side, but I think that's something to definitely keep your eyes open for. And yeah, it's pretty wild at this point. The Phoenix Suns have almost officially parted ways with Kevin Durant, and of course Jalen Green is going to be in the backcourt with Devin Booker. I imagine you'll probably see Dylan Brooks in an interchangeable role with the 3 spot, and that's starting and coming off the bench, and then there's a number 10 pick. I mean, again, draft is on Wednesday. Uh, I don't know any other way to look at that. And possibility I go live for that. We'll see how that works out. I know I was supposed to go live for a few other things. Stuff didn't work out in the way I needed it to, but we're not going to get into any of that. All I can say for right now is this is definitely significant news coming off the heels of that Lakers sale that we talked about a couple of days ago. I mean, man, I just don't know how that's not gonna be significant for the days, weeks, months to come. But obviously that's going to be the case for this situation, and we're going to leave it at that. As far as like draft expectations, I'd have to get back to you guys on that. I probably will end up doing that because I don't know what the Suns draft plans are specifically, but I gotta say that their situation is a lot more ideal than what it has been over the last X amount of years. I mean, if you want to go back to the Chris Paul trade, Kevin Durant, whatever the case may be, have at that. Either way, that's pretty much all I got for all of this, so y'all know what it is. Let me know what y'all think down below. Let's keep this conversation going beyond the video. And of course, as I always say, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget hit that notification bell so you know when we're coming through with new vids like this one. And with that in mind, this has been your time with A&J, and I thank you for spending it with me.